Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. Um, as you can see, the league standings. Apparently, our score, not just winning, but our score, has a lot to do with our standings. So, we've got a 1-0-0 record, of course. Everybody's only played one game. But poor Hufflepuff did not score in that match. Of course, the after we play our next game, I'm assuming they'll get their own kind of pre-assigned score. But look at that, Gryffindor uh, obviously lost to Slytherin there. So we'll see. I don't know if we play Slytherin next or if we play Gryffindor next or if we choose. But I imagine we play like each combo, so I imagine we will play Slytherin and Gryffindor. But I think if I continue to absolutely meme on our competition, we will be very handily getting first place. Also, in the spirit of Harry Potter and these Harry Potter videos that I'm doing, I made Hagrid's treacle. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the first word, but treacle fudge. And I don't know if maybe other Americans are more familiar with treacle. It's kind of like molasses, or it's a kind of molasses. It's very, very thick. But yeah, I made this recipe. I think comes from the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, and I substituted a couple of ingredients because of dietary concerns, but it turned out pretty well. It's just incredibly sweet. So I have some coffee. I made a Americano. I know tea would have been more fitting for Harry Potter, but as Grindelwald says, the Muggles really can make a good cup of tea. Okay, so yeah, this fudge is not really like what I would consider fudge, but it tastes wonderful. It's just a little too sweet for my palate, so I'm probably going to end up giving a lot of it away, probably to my sister because she likes sweets, and she's got insurance. She can deal with cavities, but yeah, like I said, I know an Americano isn't exactly fitting for Harry Potter, but maybe the wizards of the United States are more coffee drinkers. But it wouldn't surprise me if, with the way things work in the wizarding world, how, wizards almost have like a 1930s or Victorian aesthetic to their clothing. It wouldn't. I should include Edwardian in that in some cases, but it wouldn't surprise me if American wizards were a little bit more of that time period as well. But they may be more in tune with the culture around them than British wizards. But it's entirely possible that wizards in the United States, especially considering the age of, I think it's Ilvermorny is the name of the school, with when it was founded and who it was founded by, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of American wizards were more tea drinkers. But maybe for our next session, we'll drink some tea. But let's see who our next opponent is. Oh, Ps2 loading screens. We take... See, that actually wasn't that bad, but we take it for granted. It appears now we have a tutorial. I might off camera go back and try to get better scores in these just because I'm greedy. But look, we did really well as Seeker. So let's try out Beaters and Bludgers.
My name's Duncan Ingleby. Jason Samuels.
Did he say Duncan Ingleby? Ingleby?
Beater is the best. Let's go learn about Bludgers.
I want him to be more like Duncan MacLeod. Of Clan MacLeod. Wouldn't that be wild? Just you find out Harry Potter takes place in the same universe as Highlander. Okay. Square to bludger.
In this challenge, you'll be learning how to defend against bludgers. One of your
You know, my
chasers, flanked by two
my
beaters,
university
will be searching for targets
did not
throughout the
officially
grounds.
support
The beaters have to
our
move
rugby
to
team,
shoot a bludger
even though
at
we
each of
were
the targets.
purely
Sounds
intercollegiate.
simple enough, except that once the bludger has hit a target, it will rebound and pursue the chaser relentlessly until the beaters can bat it all.
Oh, it's guided?
Cho Chang here with a reminder. Use the broomstick control to explore the area. Press and hold the bludger button and guide the bludger towards the target.
Wow, that was weird. Okay, I'm not going to be as good at this part as I might like to be. Boop. I mean, not too bad. We're not doing too bad. Where's our next target? Where's my target? Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I started focusing on the video game I'm playing for the YouTube.com. Where's my next target? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely have done better here. Oh, that was terrible. Ah, jeez. That felt bad.
A new Quidditch card.
But I think I was talking some nonsense about what if Highlander and Harry Potter were the same universe. I mean, Hogwarts is in the Scottish Highlands. So, and think about it. Think about all that the whole deal with fighting for the Elder Wand. I mean, that's sounds a lot like there can only be one, you know. I actually showed a friend of mine the first Highlander movie and he hated it. Understandable, but he probably also wouldn't care for Harry Potter. He just hates fun. Alright, what do we have on our docket next? Special moves.
I'm Randolph Burr, Raven
Randolph.
Chaser. Get ready to learn to dodge and how to make effective special
Do we
move
have
tackles.
Do we not have a thing for... I guess the keeper stuff is automated. Shoot and special move. Okay, learn how to dodge. Excuse me again. Learn how to dodge and how to perform special moves. Retrieve the quaffle from your opponent using a special move tackle. Score a goal by throwing the quaffle through one of the goal hoops. Okay. So we want to
This
dodge
is a
with
one-on-one
triangle.
challenge between one of your
Oh, we're
chasers
back on our
and your
Victorian
personal
ghost
friend,
boy.
Edgar Clogs.
With his, like...
Edgar's going
He's
to
smoking
try
a...
and take the
Is he
quaffle
smoking...
from your
He's smoking a
chaser
pipe.
and prevent them from
What a
scoring.
Chad. What an
Edgar's
absolute
particularly
legend.
troublesome mood, and your chaser needs to employ the dodge.
The heck?
Now Edgar's an expert at this special move tackle.
So what was
which means
that?
It's going to be very difficult for your chaser to keep hold of the quaffle long enough to score.
I love that the ghost says,
Press and hold the special move button
"Ooh."
and steer the target over Edgar. Release the button to tackle, use the dodge button to avoid him, and the shoot button once you're in range of the goal.
I'm not having to do a lot of dodging here, game. This feels so weird. Like the special move. You gonna go for it? A little bit too late there, bud.
That's fantastic!
That's
We've won some new
fantastic.
Quidditch cards.
House record beaten? Golly. Second match unlocked. I guess playing too many Bethesda games has made me paranoid about saving. Well, that and, I mean, gosh, how old is my PlayStation 2? Let's be honest. It could die at any moment. I hope not. If that was the case, I would probably put it on a shelf and admire it for all the good memories. One of these days, we'll get around to playing the first ever PS2 game that I had, which was Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Absolutely legendary, mythological even game. Select special moves in the inventory to view all the moves you have unlocked so far. Okay. I should mention that the right side of my display, the backlight has gone out, so the right side of the screen is a bit dark. So sometimes I don't I can't read that word very well. So we'll just power through that. Press R1 plus L1 plus circle within the scoring zone to perform special move shots. Okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward. All right, so our next match is Slytherin, then Gryffindor. Okay. But we can do a practice game too. But look at Madam Hooch just hanging out back there. But yeah, let's. Yes, I'm good enough to beat Slytherin Draco. You and your family's money don't make up for my superior skills. Okay? Now I wonder, am I going to have to do the bludgeoning and stuff, or can I just run around, fly around and score like I was before? See, I mean, there is a little bit of that PS2, like, artifacting on things. The character models look pretty great, but as far as the stadium, it's a little meh. Just a little bit. But this is held up really well.
Off we go.
Oh no. Slytherin got the quaffle bowl. See, okay, I don't understand why it highlights. See, that's a Slytherin player. I guess that's supposed to be kind of like. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be kind of like if you were playing 1v1 with another player. Maybe that's what that is. Give me the quaffle. You don't deserve it. It's mine. Ought to look. Oh no! So yeah, this is what I was thinking, was that the matches might progressively get a little bit more. Yeah, he did intercept that because he's right in front of the goal. Oh yeah, we're not gonna get to. It's gonna. It's gonna get down to. Am I supposed to do the special shot to get it in? I didn't do a special shot. I just got lucky. But it's gonna. We're gonna run the score up the best we can. We're gonna run the score up as best we can, and then hopefully we'll do well beating Draco to the snitch. Draco is a snitch. Come on now. Like, I know Draco gets his whole little redemption story and all of that, but what an absolute little weasel. Well, I mean, I guess he's more of a ferret. I guess I should mention, I read the Harry Potter books as they came out. Well, not completely as they came out. I got the first one right before the first movie came out. And then I read the second and third, so forth. So at a certain point, I was getting them as they came out. But I saw all the movies when they came out. I was a huge fan of it all. And then as I got older, just kind of, after seeing the last movie, kind of grew apart from it. You know, I was into other things, other IPs. Well, I mean, I didn't watch Lord of the Rings for like 15 years. And I'm still... It only recently started reading through the Lord of the Rings books, but one of these days I would like to, maybe even this year, I'd like to get back to reading, or I'd like to... Come on now. I'd like to get back and... Oh! We get a cutscene for that? Yeah, because the student just got murdered. Oh yeah, I was saying this earlier, and I got off track. I remember what I was talking about. my school did not approve of how violent rugby is. It's really not violent. But I come to find out that our school didn't have a football team, an American football team, for something like almost 100 years. But the one year they did have it, it went undefeated, so it was a running gag at our school. So, but, come on, goaltending. Isn't that what it, football fans, isn't that what it's called? Hockey fans, somebody. Yeah, our school didn't approve of rugby because of the violent nature and the stigma around it. I was like, yeah, the stigma. Yeah, okay, buddy. But come to find out that a few months ago they were planning to put together a football team to play an exhibition game against one of our rival universities. And I say our, but one of their rival universities. And that's just super lame because, in my opinion, football's way more dangerous because football players, American football players, do not know how to tackle properly. They do not know how to tackle safely. But, you know, really what it was we didn't bring the school any money, and they you know, they didn't care about it if it didn't give them some kind of monetary, some kind of monetary position. But yeah, back to what I was saying, I'd like to reread the Harry Potter books and see if they hold up for me as an adult, like they did as a kid. Yeah. But I'm so busy reading other things. Like, I'm trying to read through Song of Ice and Fire, and I would eventually like to finish The Lord of the Rings. And I've got a Tom Clancy book to read. So, I'm like a dragon with my hoard of books. I need to get around to reading them all. Oh no! See, I don't mind that as a gameplay mechanic. Just kind of avoid it for a second and then it's gone. But my school didn't allow rugby because it's violent. But golly, Hogwarts is out here just letting students practically get murdered on the Quidditch pitch. But then again, I suppose they have all kinds of magical remedies for things. Because one thing that I definitely saw in rugby was quite a few concussions. And it seems to me like dudes who get concussions don't know to stop. Like, they end up being dudes with 3 or 4 concussions. But concussions and torn ACL here or there. And of course, I saw a guy get his arm broken one time. And that was pretty shocking. But he handled it really well. But the thing is, like my school had basketball and soccer. And to me, you run just as much risk with almost any sport. Like, I never saw somebody get a concussion because they got tackled bad or something. It was almost just, it just happened. Oh yeah, Slytherin's gonna get owned. I'm just gonna... No, you don't. See, look at that. Open goal. Suck it, Slytherin. Let's talk about how cringy that scene in the last Harry Potter movie is, where Harry's kid's like, but Dad, what if I'm sorted into Slytherin? Like, one day I'm gonna name my kid like 15 different names so I can address him. Like, my only problem with that scene is how he's like, Albus Severus Potter, you're named after 2 of the... Like, I would think that by the time he's 11 and going to Hogwarts, that little Albus Potter would know who he's named after and why. Montague! Remember that one guy on the Slytherin team in the movies that just had, like, the teeth? Yeah. Okay, I got this. This has definitely provided more of a challenge than the Hufflepuff match with Slytherin sitting on their goal. Give me that. I do wonder if somebody on Etsy, I should look this up, if somebody on Etsy or the like has made like movie accurate quaffles and things like that. I could see somebody definitely taking the time to put together a chest like the one that Oliver Wood brings out in the first movie. That's right. You sat there in front of the goal, but I threw it behind you. Montague.
Gets the loose ball. He's got such great desire.
What did he say? He's got such great desire? He desires to put his quaffle through that hole. See, I know the game told me there's a dodge button, but game didn't seem to care. Maybe that's just for tackles? Other than the couple times they've sat in front of their goal, I feel like I've made plenty of shots on goal that have succeeded. It'd be funny, just from like a lore standpoint, to find out that Quidditch isn't that popular in the US. Kind of like a lot of other European sports. Which is a shame because, well, I will say soccer is more popular in the US than people give it credit for. But my big thing is I lament that rugby's not more popular. I just find it to be a better game, a better sport than American football. I guess that's just because American football is just watered down rugby. One of these days I don't want this channel to just be looking at sports games, but maybe we should look at like Rugby World Cup 2011 or something. That was when I got into rugby. It wasn't from the game. I just remember the game being kind of terrible compared to stuff like FIFA. But other than this game and I think FIFA 12, I've never really been into sports games. They've never, just genuinely never appealed to me. I only got FIFA 12 because at the time I was getting into watching Premier League soccer. And before anybody gets in the comments and rags on me about being an American and calling it soccer, I suggest that you look up the etymology of the word soccer. Get back to me. Come on. I feel like we might make 400 on this one. Well, yeah, he was right in front of me. She's so good. Man, those faces do not look great. But I don't know if I need to look. I feel like starting with Prisoner of Azkaban, at least, they were using the same engine as The Sims to do the Harry Potter games, and you can actually really tell kind of the facial models do look very sim-like to me. And you could say Pickles. Pickles, maybe you should pass more instead of being a ball hog. No. Just for the record, in real life, I did pass. It's one of those things in real life, you know you can't advance the ball anymore up the pitch, and it would be beneficial for you to hand it off. Nope. Nope. See, I feel like I flew right into it. Alright, so that's going to be our downfall. Whoop! Stales the quaffle. See, quaffle sounds like one of those things. I feel like we all had a friend growing up in like middle school and high school. They'd be like, oh, you should look up this thing. And it was always something just disgusting or horrific, just man-made horrors beyond comprehension. But I feel like quaffle is one of those things. Alright, Slytherin has definitely given us a run for our money here. We've definitely got our... I assume this game was $50 back in the day. I remember when I got my PS2, like I got a lot of the greatest hits games that were $20. But I remember it being like such a chore to try to convince my mom to let me buy a $50 video game. And now they cost $70. And I think the $70 price is probably not justified in some cases. But, I mean, we still see this. We've seen this for years where a title will come out and it won't be full price. Like, it'll be $40. And then you play it and you're like, okay, yeah, $40 was the right... excuse me again. That fudge and that coffee are getting to me. Can we hit 500? Probably not. I don't think I could score 5 more times. Yes, you rascal. Oh, that was on me. I think when it pops up and says bludger like that, it's implying that I can do it. See, we would have scored at least 2 more times by now. I really love them not getting it past midfield in most cases. I feel like maybe the animations are here to kind of give you... I mean, it's supposed to be kind of like when a player scores in soccer and there's a little bit of a celebration, right? I think that's supposed to be our analog. But I also feel like these animations, I feel like they're here for some kind of technological reason. Like, we see the quaffle go through, and then it... Oh, no. Alright. Time for real sweaty gamer hours. Dang, Draco. Daddy's money bought you a fast broom, didn't it? Draco. Draco, your mom runs on batteries. Oh no, Draco caught the snitch. Explains the way he behaves, he does. The way he behaves, he does. Amazing. Could you imagine celebrating that you caught the snitch? Alright. 51 shots on 49 goals. Okay. Yeah, we really were eating those bludger hits, weren't we? Okay, well, I suppose we'll call that one episode 2. Thank you for watching, and hope you come back for the next one, where I assume we play Gryffindor. But until then, I will see you around.